So thank you, Mayor Matthews, and hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Tom Agron. I'm the Senior Vice President of our Global Expansion Team for Wolfspeed. And gentleman to my right is Tim Regan, CEO of our construction partner, Whiting Turner. So today I'd like to briefly discuss the history of topping out ceremonies, what they mean, why are they a momentous occasion for construction projects and their surrounding communities. At the topping out, the last beam is placed atop the building structure, symbolizing the completion of the building process and the start of a new chapter in which the facility is actually brought to life. For those who have never attended a topping out ceremony, they are a long-held tradition in building construction, going back hundreds, if not thousands of years. So as you can see behind me, there's a pine tree. It is placed atop a new building to secure good fortune for the structure and its inhabitants. Years ago, this tradition also served a functional purpose. After the needles dried and started to fall from the tree, the builder knew that the wood frame was dry and sturdy enough to enclose the structure. In modern times, it's often marked by painting the last beam and having workers and partners, such as yourselves, sign it prior to installation. For Wolfspeed, this milestone is meaningful, not simply because it closes an important chapter in the development of the facility, but signals the start of a new one. This topping out ceremony also signifies how far we, as a company and a community, have come in such a short period of time. We installed our first piece of steel in June of 2023. So I want to repeat that one more time. We installed our first piece of steel in June of 23, a major milestone in and of itself. And today, just 9 months later, we've gathered to celebrate the future of silicon carbide manufacturing. So we would not have made it this far without the tremendous effort of the Wolfspeed project team led by Chris McCann, the global engineering team led by David James, the on-site facilities team led by Bobby Palmer, and of course, our CEO, Greg Lowe, our incredible construction partner, Whiting Turner, led by their CEO, Tim Regan, and honestly, all of our trade partners that are part of this journey. And last but not least, our community, which has been integral to Wolfspeed's success from the very start. Now I'll turn it over to Tim Regan to say a few words.
Thanks, Tom. Good morning, everyone. And I want to add my acknowledgement of Greg, Tom, Chris, and the entire Wolfspeed team as an absolutely epic partner, the likes of which, honestly, we rarely see in this business. As Tom said, my name is Tim Regan, President and CEO of Whiting Turner, and we have the privilege of building staggering projects all over the country. But this Wolfspeed project takes it to another level. Now, I've only been with our company for 44 years, which is, by the way, far from a record. But I have never seen so much work of this exquisite quality, of course, done in such a short period of time with such a laser focus on safety. Now, I flew in from Baltimore this morning, where our country and world was reminded once again of the fragile nature of life. Our construction industry in particular is flush with hazards of many kinds, and it's our job, number one, to manage and navigate those hazards every minute of every day. Our aforementioned fabulous partners with Wolfspeed helped us facilitate our project partnership with the North Carolina Department of Labor, OSHA, that has helped us diligently protect the safety of every hard-working man and woman on this project. We've had over 5,000 strong work on the project thus far, and believe it or not, that number will ultimately climb to over 10,000. Let me just finish by offering my personal thanks to each and every one of those dedicated and talented people. You are the stars of this show, and we need for you to continue to keep yourselves and each other safe. Thank you.
So thank you once again. I hope you really enjoyed today's ceremony, and I am pleased to welcome my colleague, Sean Lilly, to the podium.
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for coming out today. Senator Tillis, Mayor Matthews, Mr. Lowe. My name is Sean Lilly, and I'm the Director of Facilities over at the headquarters sites in Durham. Today, I am humbled to be honored to be speaking at the topping out ceremony for this, our flagship material site here in Siler City. While I'm a professional problem solver, in my heart, I am a kid from rural North Carolina who one day, after a math competition in 7th grade that was sponsored by the professional engineers of North Carolina, decided to one day also become an engineer. To pursue that dream, I actually attended North Carolina A&T State University right next door in Greensboro, North Carolina. Aggie pride, Aggie pride. North Carolina A&T has the distinction of being the historically black university that has produced more African American engineers than any other institution of higher learning in the United States of America. There, I met some of the most intelligent people, the greatest minds, and human beings that I've ever had the opportunity to encounter. And those included our beloved Chancellor Harold Martin. Just as Nike has the slogan, just do it, at A&T we have the mantra, Aggies do. My time at A&T set me up on the trajectory to do just that, as my career has afforded me the opportunity to travel the globe. While my professional success means a lot to me, you get to a certain point in your life where the allure of home, being near family and friends, just becomes stronger. As I was contemplating this at this proverbial fork in the road of my career, little did I know that right in Durham, a man named Greg Lowe was transforming a 30-year-old LED lighting company into a global semiconductor juggernaut, only made possible by a host of talented engineers, scientists, and researchers. I joined Wolfspeed because it's my desire to leave a legacy for my family, a legacy for my community, as well as for other African American youth who desire to enter into a STEM career. And for the world, as we build the next gen chips that unlock the power of silicon carbide for the masses. I cannot overstate how this moment means so much for me as well as for my company. Wolfspeed is investing billions of dollars in the state of North Carolina and creating thousands of high-quality jobs. If it wasn't for that investment, I don't know if I would actually be back here in my home state pursuing my careers. The overwhelming support at the federal and local state level to invest in companies like Wolfspeed gives us the confidence to keep pushing forward. Investments like those of the CHIPS Act, the IRA Act, allow engineers to live here and thrive, not only in places such as Arizona and Ohio, but also right here in North Carolina. My son always says that you are either inspired to dream big or you'll be confined to live small, which is reflective of everything we do here at Wolfspeed. We choose not to live by labels or put ourselves in a box, but to aspire to innovate. That's precisely why we are all here gathered today. At Wolfspeed, we are determined to dream big. As a rural North Carolina raised kid with a dream, a North Carolina A&T grad, a University of North Carolina at Greensboro MBA grad, as a black engineer, and for all of our engineering teams who continue to drive the mission of making silicon carbide the premier technology in semiconductors, I want to thank everyone for allowing me to speak here today. Dreams do come true, even more than we would ever think. And with that, I would like to have the distinguished honor of welcoming to the platform Senator Tom Tillis.
Well, thanks everybody for being here. Are you as cold as I am? Man, I'm telling you, if you got an extra jacket or sweatshirt, let me know afterwards. But no, thank you all for being here. I love being on job sites, and particularly with celebrating what I'd love to see on time-lapse photography. I hope that your comms team has that, Greg, but it is just amazing to see such a structure come out of the ground. And I see the folks that had a hand in doing that, and I'm also glad to hear that it's been done pretty safely. You got this many moving parts, this many people moving around. It's extraordinary that you could have a good, solid safety record. I'm glad to hear that. I'm also glad to see some of the investments that we're trying to make in Washington pay off, and I think that it's important that we also go back. I've got some colleagues from the State House who are here today. You know, I'm not sure if things hadn't changed in and around 2011 to make North Carolina a business-friendly state that we'd be celebrating this today. But I'm glad and proud to have been part of the process to get us to competitive, and going from competitive to being hyper-competitive, to make Greg and his team make the investment in North Carolina, the investment in the intellectual capital that this state brings, and so much growth potential. It's good to be a part of it. It's great to see you all put us on the map here, because, folks, this kind of success breeds more success. And when we see this open for business, it won't be a surprise to me that in the coming months or the coming years, we're going to see other investments in North Carolina because of this. So on behalf of the citizens of North Carolina, my congressional delegation, Greg, thanks to you, the Wolfspeed team, and everybody that's taken this ground or put this building in the ground here. Thank you all. And like I think I may have told you this, Greg. I know I've told members of your team, I like these sorts of events. This is a milestone. It's not the end run. The end run is when I see employees walking through this building, and more. So count us in to do whatever we have to do to make sure that there is no obstacle between you and getting the value out of this enormous investment you've made in North Carolina. Thank you all. Everybody stay warm.
Well, thank you, Senator, for the warm introduction on this cold day. We greatly appreciate your steadfast support of Wolfspeed, of silicon carbide, the broader semiconductor industry, and of course, our home state of North Carolina. And good afternoon to our distinguished guests and to the members of our Wolfpack team that are helping build this amazing facility. Just 18 months ago, this site was hundreds of acres of dirt, as well as over 2 million cubic yards of rock that we had to blast through. And look where we are today. It's amazing transformation in such a short amount of time. You know, about 35 years ago, a group of North Carolina State graduates, which included our co-founders John Palmer and John Edmond, embarked on a project they believed could change the world. They believed one material, silicon carbide, could play a pivotal role in shaping industries of the future, from electric cars to solar and wind energy, industrial applications, and more recently, data centers supporting the booming AI business. And they set out to develop, refine, and harness this material, breaking new ground and becoming the first to commercialize this now critical material as recognized by our friends at the Department of Energy, leading the power semiconductor industry transition from silicon to silicon carbide. Their vision is why we're here today in our home state of North Carolina, where we are ushering in a new era for Wolfspeed, a $5 billion facility that carries the name of our nation's preeminent materials engineer. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the John Palmer Manufacturing Center for Silicon Carbide. As we raise the final beam here at the JP, we stand at the threshold of a remarkable new chapter in Wolfspeed's story and America's journey to reinforcing U.S. leadership in the semiconductor industry. I want to thank Whiting Turner, Duke Energy, and the 2,300 men and women on this job site for their steadfast commitment to this project, keeping it on time and on budget. I also want to thank our customers who see the potential for silicon carbide and its significant contributions to their products. And finally, this is a leap forward. This leap forward is a testament to our team, because without you, our products, our business, and our success would not be possible. The JP is a highly automated facility that'll produce 200 millimeter silicon carbide wafers and substantially increase our capacity, reinforcing Wolfspeed's stand as the global leader in silicon carbide and further positioning America as the world's greatest country for semiconductor innovation. This is critical, particularly because the demand for silicon carbide is outpacing the supply, reinforcing the need for facilities like this. The JP is also a symbol of our commitment to North Carolina, where it will be part of an overall plan to help grow the state's economy by more than $17.5 billion over the next 20 years and creating 1,800 high-paying jobs. Finally, the JP represents our dedication to our local communities and to our country's economic competitiveness and national security. The facility will enable us to ramp up production of silicon carbide at the speed and scale needed to power the clean energy transition while keeping innovation and manufacturing right here in America. The JP and the unprecedented $5 billion investment it represents solidifies this community as the #1 silicon carbide manufacturing hub on the planet. With Wolfspeed already producing more than 60% of the world's silicon carbide, this investment is a testament to our vision of substantial growth and belief that silicon carbide is the critical material for the future. Maintaining our position as the leader in silicon carbide requires us to look beyond our business today. We have to proactively develop the next generation of technicians, of engineers like John, of business leaders right here in North Carolina, unlocking huge benefits for our neighbors and surrounding community. And that's why our investments in North Carolina include partnerships with educational institutions at all levels, starting with K through 12 schools, the North Carolina Community College System, NC State University, and NC-A&T, the largest HBCU in the country, and Wolfspeed's flagship partner, helping us cultivate a local talent pipeline and recruit some of the best engineers in the country to work right here at Wolfspeed. Now, before I close, I'd like to once again express my gratitude to our Wolfpack for the employees in every position in the company who have